Hello friends, Tom Downey here to chat some Lakers on the Lakers Report. As you all know, NBA free agency rapidly approaching, and the Lakers just got Anthony Davis to pair with LeBron James. So can they acquire a third superstar to form a new big three out in LA? We'll break down 5 targets that make sense, but first, there is some complications. I guess there are some complications to this for the Lakers front. Now, signing a third max player is not guaranteed. They can have the cap space for it, but it depends on when the trade for Anthony Davis actually becomes official. If the Lakers and Pelicans finalize that deal before August, it's less than $30 million cap space. We'll break down the actual numbers here in a second. If it's after August, if they hold off and wait the 30 days, the Lakers can make it work to get $32.5 million in cap space, enough for a max free agent. Now, I'll make note there's been a lot of buzz that the Lakers don't have the money. They do, however, still plan on pursuing max free agents. It just depends on when the Lakers and the Pelicans agree to that deal. So here are the various outcomes. Of course, you see trade official after August, you get the full max slot. If the trade is done in July and Anthony Davis does not accept his trade kicker, which I don't know why he wouldn't accept it, like just take the extra money there, AD, $27.7 million. If the trade is done in July and AD gets his trade bonus, it's $23.6. Now, the Lakers can get to $29 million if the trade is done in July, of course. There is no trade kicker bonus, and the Lakers then trade Mo Wagner and Isaac Bonner. That gets them just over $29 million. But of course, the easiest way to get that max contract slot is just to wait on finalizing the deal. As of right now, the expectation per ESPN is that the Lakers and Pelicans will get that deal done in July. But if the Lakers get a hush-hush, we got the deal locked up with a max contract free agent, I think they'll find a way to hold off on the actual trade. So will the Lakers sign a max free agent? Type 1 for yes, type 0 for no. I do still think there is a legitimate chance that LA finds a way to bring in that max contract free agent. Now, if they don't, there are some potential non-max free agent targets here for the LA Lakers, and particularly some guards and some big men as well. So we'll kind of go through 10 players, and then we'll take a look at the Lakers' overall roster. So Derrick Rose, reunite him with LeBron. Patrick Beverley at point guard, because the Lakers do need a point guard right now. And then shooters, too, always needed. Danny Green, J.J. Redick, Seth Curry. Then on the big man front, if you want some more depth, if you don't want Anthony Davis playing that true center role, Nikola Mirotic makes some sense there. Marcus Morris makes some sense there. I think those are all options for the Lakers there. Brook Lopez, if you are willing / able to reunite him in LA. And then if you want to spend a little bit higher on that scale, maybe DeMarcus Cousins on a 1-year prove-it deal, maybe Nikola Vucevic as well. So what should the Lakers do in free agency? Type M for just signing one max player. Type R if they want to sign role players. Now, I do think, by the way, there is a legitimate argument, as we'll see here once we get to the Lakers roster court, that the Lakers need depth. Like, they don't have many options right there, so maybe it makes a little bit more sense to find a bunch of role players who in total combine for like $30 million than spend it all on just one player. I think there's an argument there, but if you want to just form your big three and then fill out the roster with veterans and then, you do the mid-level exception as well, maybe you go find a guard. And most of these players we go through are guards, but there are some other options. So here are 5 players the Lakers could target in free agency to form that new super team out in Los Angeles. At number 5, that is Jimmy Butler. Now, make no mistake, the Sixers definitely want to bring him back for the max on a max contract because, well, they're not dumb. And the Lakers, we know, do have interest. Here's the question. Will Jimmy Butler take less money to go to Los Angeles to play with LeBron James and with Anthony Davis? I think it's a possibility. I'm just not convinced it's the most likely outcome for either of those parties. Now, Jimmy Butler is not a point guard. As you saw with their roster, they don't have any guards right now. They desperately need to add more guards, both point guard and shooting guard, but Butler's a fantastic two-way player. He can play the two-guard lineup alongside LeBron James, alongside Anthony Davis, alongside Kyle Kuzma, and then you'll figure out the point guard spot beyond that. LeBron is going to be your point guard there. And Butler, maybe the raw numbers weren't as high as they've been in his past career, only 18.7 points per game, but he's a good enough three-point shooter, plays solid defense, and can live with the ball not in his hands at all times. So Butler isn't the biggest name on this list, but I do think he still makes quite a bit of sense for the Lakers as a top free agent target to really kind of get with that full-on super team out in Los Angeles. So Butler's number 5. At number 4 then is Kemba Walker. Now he will be a top target for the Lakers this offseason. Now, he has claimed he's willing to take less than the Supermax from the Charlotte Hornets, which, frankly, I would be surprised if he actually did, because all that does is save the Hornets luxury tax, but they can't add more players if he takes less there. Now, Walker might not be the biggest name on this list. Maybe he's even fifth on this list just in terms of name brand, but he fills a huge need for the Lakers. Right now, they don't have a point guard. I know that LeBron James is a point forward and in reality will run point guard quite a bit, but they do still need actual guards. And Kemba can come in right away and be that third star. And I think, frankly, a really, really good third star alongside AD and LeBron James. I think a good fit there. 25.6 points per game. We know he averages almost 6 assists per game. And he's not a knockdown superstar three-point shooter, but he's still more than good enough. And frankly, if you're playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, typically your shooting numbers get a little bit better because you get more open looks. And for Kemba, all of a sudden he goes from carrying the Hornets to being that third option in LA. The raw numbers probably do drop down a little bit, but the efficiency, I bet, goes up quite a big way. Now, we know most of you guys watching right now are Lakers fans because this is a Lakers video, so go make sure you're subscribed to our Lakers channel. Head over to youtube.com/LakersTV. That'll take you right to our new Lakers page. Only Lakers videos up there. We got news, rumors, free agency coverage, of course, as well. And not so much draft content, but Q&As up there, so Lakers have no more draft picks. So again, go subscribe, youtube.com/LakersTV. Let's move then to number 3. And I'll be honest, I was going to have Kemba even higher, and then I went, no, wait a minute. Let's not overthink this one, Tom. Kevin Durant still checks in at number 3. And I know, I get it. He's coming off the Achilles injury. He's not going to play next year, and if he does, it's probably late in the postseason that he comes back in there. And he's not going to help the Lakers this upcoming season. But can you really pass on pairing up LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis? I mean, a year ago, legitimately, those were probably 3 of the 5 best players in the NBA. I don't think if you're the Lakers, even though KD's not going to play next year, and you might be wasting a season of LeBron James, I don't think you can pass on that. Because then, in 4 years, you still have KD and Anthony Davis and whatever LeBron is still contributing at that point late in his NBA career. And Durant remains one of the best players when he comes back from that injury well. Now, even with the Achilles injury, maybe Durant's no longer a legitimate top 5 player. But isn't he still top 10 or top 15? If you get Durant from maybe not next year, but 2 years from now, isn't he still better than Kemba Walker? I kind of think that's the case there. I know there's no guard there. Durant and LeBron are good enough distributors and good enough ball handlers that they can be your point forwards, so to speak. But I want to hear from you guys too. Do you want the Lakers to pursue Kevin Durant? If you're focused only on winning in the LeBron James era and you want someone that can help you next season, I get why you'd say no. In the end, though, it's still Kevin Durant, it's still KD and LeBron and AD. That's an incredible tandem. So I'm typing in yes. If the Lakers can get Durant, I think they should go after it. But he's only number 3 on my list. Next up, number 2. And frankly, he's only number 2 because I don't think he's as likely as the number 1 option. That is Kawhi. And he's long been connected to LA, both the Lakers and the Clippers. And I know it didn't fill a guard role, but the same thing is true here as with Kevin Durant. If you have Kawhi and LeBron and Davis, you don't need guards. You don't need a great point guard. You need guys that can just step up and play some decent defense and shoot if they're open there. At that point, you don't have to worry about finding a true superstar point guard. My question, this is why he's only number 2. Does Leonard actually want to leave Toronto that just won the NBA Finals and not be the clear-cut the guy for his new franchise? I mean, he'd be a guy, but he wouldn't be the focal point there. I don't know if he wants that there. And of course, if you can get Leonard, you do it. I mean, think about 7 years from now. You still have a really good Kawhi Leonard and a really good Anthony Davis there. Yeah, a little bit older, not necessarily in their peak prime, but they're still in their prime. And Leonard was just stupid good this year for the Raptors in both the regular season and the postseason. He shoots well from deep. He's very efficient for the most part there. So if you could find a way to pull it off of Kawhi, LeBron, and AD, I think you do it. The biggest problem, though, I think Leonard, and there's a very good chance that he stays in Toronto because they just won the NBA Finals. At number 1, then I'm sure you figured it out by now, Kyrie Irving. Now, he's reportedly between Brooklyn and LA this summer, with the Nets the obvious favorite here. But there are reports coming out of LeBron's side of things that there's still a chance. And I think Irving is a really good fit for the Lakers. It's weird that I never would have thought this was the case. Like, if you had asked me, hey, what about Kyrie going to LeBron to join up with or going to LA to join up with LeBron a year ago, I would have said, oh, I don't know about that one. Kyrie and LeBron did not end on good terms. That's no longer the case. The two have, gotten back together. They're okay. They're communicating again. They no longer want to kill each other. That's a big thing for the Lakers. And if you bring in Kyrie Irving, assuming he's willing to, again, not be the focal point of the offense and can get along with LeBron and Anthony Davis, I mean, that's an incredible trio. Now, there are, I think, some locker room concerns coming out of the down year for Boston, but Kyrie, numbers-wise, was fantastic. Pretty much 24 points per game, 5 rebounds, almost 7 assists, and shot 40% from deep. That's really good. And you can imagine all types of pick and roll and pick and pop trio combinations with Kyrie, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. That'd be incredible. And it fills a huge need. The Lakers do still need somebody that can help, be the point guard, or I guess point forward if you want to go with the Durant mindset there, that can handle the ball and still be one of the focal points in terms of getting the ball up the court. Anthony Davis is great. He's not point guard, though. Kyrie Irving is. At that point, you've got your point guard, you've got your wing, it's LeBron. He can really play in a position that you want at this point. And you got your big man on Anthony Davis. That's the ideal trio there if LA can find the money, and most importantly, if Kyrie doesn't end up signing with the Nets. Certainly the Lakers' top 5 free agent targets: Kyrie Irving, Kawhi, Kevin Durant, Kemba Walker, and then at number 5, Jimmy Butler. So let me know in the comments section, folks, which player or players will the Lakers sign an NBA free agency? If it's just the one max guy, let me know. If you're thinking other non-max players, multiple of those, let me know in there too. Who will the Lakers sign in NBA free agency?